Let's kick things off with an email question first, guys. Here's the question. Paula says, I was visiting friends and playing with their 3-year-old. He ran and jumped, headbutting full force into my face. My front teeth received shattered roots from the impact. I've been to dentists and surgeons and paid $10,000 in costs, with up to $10,000 more still to come. They've been asked twice to contact their carrier and have declined to do so. That is a great question. If you will, please go ahead, Harry, and give whatever advice you have to Paula.
Yeah, so I see that it was a 3-year-old, and the reason I bring that up is, a child of that tender age would not be capable of what we call negligence. They're too young, they don't have the mental capacity to understand, that they're doing something that they would be negligent for. What I would want to know more about is whether or not, the child was acting out, maybe what conduct, the conduct of the parents, whether or not they were monitoring the child, that type of thing. But for the most part, a child that young isn't capable of committing negligence. I would suggest put it on your health insurance and get it resolved that way.
All right, great. And Martin, what other advice would you give Paula?
The only thing, Harry's pretty well covered it all, but I would just to emphasize what he said, it would be important to know what the actions of the child and the parents were before this episode occurred. Because it may be that we could develop enough information to show that the parents knew the child was misbehaving, had been asked to keep him under control, but didn't. So that might be something that would give us some room to argue. Again, it's one of those where we just try to get as much information as we can to make a decision.
All right, great.